Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. My name is Kneeckoh, and welcome back to another competitive Pokemon Scarlet and Violet moveset guide. Today, we're going to be talking about the absolute menace to society that is Garchomp, and it has been an absolute dominant force in the current metagame in Series 1. Now, like I said at the start, hey, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. This video should go up on Christmas Day, so I hope everybody's being safe. I know there's big storms going across the country right now. Everybody take care, enjoy the time with your loved ones, and play some Pokemon. But if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subbed for more videos like this in the future, and be sure to check out the Discord where people over there playing Pokemon all the time. Let's talk about Garchomp. Alright, so Garchomp, like I said, has been an absolute monstrosity in terms of just being a dominant sweeper in the format. It's just so strong with its super high base stats. It's just incredible, honestly. It's got an HP stat of 108, attack of 130, and a speed of 102. And it's got pretty good defensive stats as well with 95 base defense and 85 base special defense. It's just an all-around very good Pokemon, and it's seen so much play right now. In addition to this, things like Clear Amulet now being an item make Garchomp even better because there's less Pokemon that are going to be able to use, Charm or Intimidate and things of that nature to weaken Garchomp. So really the only way to really weaken Garchomp at this time is to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp it, which honestly leaves a lot of options to make Garchomp just a powerhouse. So I've got 3 sets here in particular for VGC that I just feel are the most common and the most used for this particular Pokemon. These sets just seem to be the most dominant at this time, and obviously I say this in all these videos that these are not the only ways to play these Pokemon. If you have other ways that you're finding a lot of success with, leave it in the comments below. Question of the day, before we get into it, what is your favorite pseudo-legendary? Obviously, a lot of people love Garchomp. Dragapult saw a lot of use last generation. What is your favorite pseudo-legendary? Leave a comment below. So the first set is the one that I am using currently on my Mousehold team with Ceruledge. It's just a really solid set. It's very beefy. Because that particular team runs 2 different Tailwind setters. And I feel like this is a really solid set if you are running Tailwind setters. If you have speed control like Tailwind, or maybe you're running Sandveil, this set can actually be very beneficial for you in terms of giving your Garchomp a little bit of extra bulk. So starting off, we have Clear Amulet with Rough Skin. Rough Skin is great as a counter to Mousehold specifically. Mousehold does not like Rough Skin at all for this particular Pokemon. You go in and it gets hit and hit and hit, and then it knocks itself out. So very nice, especially because Mousehold is such a dominating force in the current metagame. In terms of Terra typing for Garchomp, really the best Terra typing that people are using are Fire and Ground. Fire is really good because it removes a lot of the weaknesses to Ice specifically. Garchomp has a 4x Ice weakness. It also removes your weakness to Dragon as well as Fairy. So you remove a lot of weaknesses with the Fire type. So if you're playing a little bit more defensively, Fire might be the route you want to go. However, if you're playing a bit more offensively, Ground is typically the best bet for you because you're going to be able to spam Earthquake most effectively. And it also does still remove, your weakness to Fairy and your weakness to Dragon. So it makes your Earthquakes even more powerful, and it removes 2 of your weaknesses. You're still weak to Ice, but you're not 4x weak to Ice. So a lot of benefits out of using Ground as well, especially with a lot of the popular Pokemon in the current format. There's a lot of flying types right now, for Tailwind setters like Noivern, Talonflame, Kilowattrel, Murkrow. There's a lot of options here in terms of being able to go in and spam Earthquakes without damaging your partner Pokemon. So the set is as follows: Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Swords Dance, or Protect. Now, in terms of Dragon Claw, I prefer it. I actually think Dragon Claw is better than the alternate option that you see on screen here. However, Rock Slide does have some benefits. But for me, I just think Dragon Claw just does a whole lot more, especially with the popularity of other Dragon Pokemon right now, like Garchomps or Dragapults or Hydreigons. There are a lot of other dragons in the format, so being able to Dragon Claw into those slots is very, very beneficial. Plus, it gives you that, an additional stab move to use. So I think that this is a very valid option. You could maybe switch out Swords Dance for Rock Slide, but I don't really see the need for it. In terms of the EV spread, like I said, this is more bulky Garchomp. So we're looking at 252 HP, 156 attack, 36 defense, 4 special defense, and 60 speed with an adamant nature. Very fun set to use. I have a lot of success with it just because of how bulky it is. I was able to win a game one time simply off of getting a Swords Dance off, being able to eat a hit, and then Earthquaking the other 2 Pokemon. It was a very, very satisfying win, and it just shows the benefit of actually having extra bulk on Garchomp. Now, for this particular Garchomp, you want Tailwind setters. You want this on a Tailwind team because it is going to get outsped by opposing Garchomps or Hydreigons, or even Dragapults. This Pokemon needs to be in a Tailwind scenario. So I recommend Murkrow as a teammate for it. Kilowattrel is another great teammate for it. Those two specifically are really, really solid partners for Garchomp. Now we have a more traditional set. It's less bulky. Maybe you're not running, you know, a Trick Room team, or not a Trick Room, excuse me, a Tailwind team. You're going to be using Clear Amulet, Rough Skin, Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, or Rock Slide. Like I said, Earthquake, Protect, and it's a 252 spread, 252 attack, 252 speed, and a 4 special defense stat. With a Jolly Nature, this is just using its natural speed to try and go ahead and bop things. This Pokemon is very, very defensively naturally, so you don't necessarily have to put a bunch into the defensive categories. This Pokemon is just a powerhouse, though, so this is more for going in and just doing big damage. For this particular set, I would say Ground type is best, but Fire can still be valuable here. Now, for this one, again, it's going to be Murkrow, Kilowattrel, Talonflame. All those Pokemon that just don't take hits from Earthquake are going to benefit immensely from being on this Garchomp's team. However, there are a bunch of other options that are really good. Obviously, just any Pokemon with Protect works very well here. Hydreigon has Levitate, or Rotom has Levitate. Rotom is a fantastic partner for Garchomps. Things like that, or even Gardevoir is a fantastic partner because it has access to Telepathy. Telepathy prevents this Pokemon from being attacked by other by its teammates, which gives you the opportunity to Earthquake without damaging Gardevoir. It's absolutely huge, and this works really well with Kilowattrel as well, because Kilowattrel gets access to Discharge. You're able to discharge what would normally hit your teammate, but because Garchomp is a ground type, you're able to avoid the damage, so you're just discharging and Earthquaking every turn, doing big damage, and it works really well with Gardevoir. Kilowattrel and Gardevoir work fantastically together because of the telepathy. It's the same concept. So it's a really solid 3 comp there with Kilowattrel, Garchomp, and Gardevoir. It's something that's really fun to use, and a lot of people are kind of taking advantage of it right now. Finally, we have just a slightly altered set. Instead of using Rough Skin, we have Sandveil, and this is going to be used on teams with either Hippowdon or Tyranitar, and that's just going to be to boost that speed without having to necessarily use Tailwind, and this is just another valid option for using this particular Pokemon. If you don't want to run a Tailwind team, this is the way to boost the speed and make Garchomp an even bigger threat. Other teammates, aside from Hippowdon or Tyranitar, you know, that are setting the sand for this ability to work properly, are other Sand Rush users or Sandveil users. One that comes to mind immediately that a lot of people are using here and there is Houndstone. Houndstone is really fun on sand teams because it has access to Sand Rush, which doubles its speed under the conditions. Plus, Houndstone has access to Last Respects, which is a huge move, and it gains damage based on how many of your teammates have been knocked out that battle. So it's a really fun Pokemon to use. Obviously, it's very situational, but could be a fantastic addition to a Garchomp team. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Garchomp is a super fun Pokemon, and again, if you have any extra sets, I know there's a lot of ways that you could play this Pokemon. Like, I've seen some people running Poison Jab on it to handle fairy types. So let me know what you are using on your Garchomp in the comments below. If you found the video entertaining and helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Check out the Discord, like I said. Check out Dubby. It is my energy drink partner. They just put out this new fruit punch flavor that is absolutely amazing. It's my new favorite Dubby flavor. Cannot get over how good it is. Also, if you want to see more from me, check out this video where I got 2 shinies back to back. I got shiny Finizen and shiny Magikarp. It was an awesome video with really funny reaction. Definitely check it out, and check out this video where I break down how to use Armor Rouge in VGC. Super helpful video, really fun Pokemon. Check it out. But like I said, that's it. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.